recording. Okay, now we're gonna do the porn intro.
Thanks for
One
tuning into
intro?
the Carrie Hunter podcast. Here's your hosts, Bryce and Kevin.
Welcome back to the Carrie Handle Podcast with your hosts and hosts, me, Bryce, and then with me as always is Kevin. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I am well, Bryce. Thank you for that lovely intro, Bryce.
Yes, and we also have Mike from 19Charlie Tactical back again for some shenanigans. How are you, sir?
Tolerable.
Incredible.
Good.
A very
He's
efficient delivery of
tolerable.
information. I appreciate that.
Better than intolerable.
This is true. This is a very true statement. Well, so for the people that haven't seen the first episode, which you should definitely go watch or listen to, I suppose, unless you're on YouTube, tell the people what you do, who you are, and where to find you, and then we'll talk about some nonsense.
All right. My name is Mike Kramer. I'm the owner of 19Charlie Tactical. It's we're a full service gunsmith, co-located at Texas Star Shooting Range in sunny Kempner, Texas, right outside of Fort Hood. And we do shorter list of what we don't do for guns. We everything from just cleaning and inspecting, scope mounting, optics mounting, AR, AK, HK, FAL building, parts fabrication. I don't know, all kinds of stuff. I don't work on black powders. That's about it.
That's fair. That's totally fair. It's gross.
They're
Just
usually
literally
felons.
gross.
Not the black powder.
No.
Oh man. All right. Well, as a returning guest, this is more of just kind of a powwow of things. But we were talking off air, and there was a lovely post kind of going through your Instagram, and we had talked about off air is a 5.56 AK, I believe, that you worked on, that you had a great time.
Oh yeah, tell us about the
gunsmithing?
AK.
Do tell
So
us.
that thing, it was and I think it was originally an Arsenal, and the customer sent it to another shop, which I won't name. That shop is very highly regarded in the AK community. The person that did the work on this is no longer with them. It snuck through the cracks, so whatever. That gun was getting a barrel change to a quote unquote new barrel. We discovered it was actually a Saiga takeoff barrel that was extremely loose in the trunnion. They had re-welded the barrel pinhole, and it had the barrel pin had moved the weld softness. The weld was soft, and it moved forward, so the headspace was super loose. They tried to knurl the barrel or the trunnion area on the barrel, so it was barely tight in the trunnion.
For
they wanted
reference, you need to rotate the barrel 180 degrees to repin them, correct?
No, you can't do that on an AK
You
because
can't.
of
Okay.
the extractor cut and the gas
Okay.
port, which
Ah,
I suppose you could if you faced off the barrel face and then recut the extractor, and then you'd have to cut the chamber deeper.
yeah, I guess that wouldn't work. So
And
what would you
beyond that,
do?
just get a new barrel.
Okay, so what is the proper? It's what were they supposed to have done instead of doing all of that?
Not do that.
Not to
Good.
literally not
That's
do
a
that.
good answer.
Use a new barrel from like AK Builder or something. They're like
Yeah.
$150. But and it was a AEM5 brake and collar on there. So they used to use a regular AE SPR collar with a bushing under it, both of which were super loose and not the right spacing. And so the threading looked like it was done with a die. It was not good. And it was supposedly pin and welded because it was a 14.5, but it was just a blob of weld there was no pin. It was just a weld to the barrel. It was barely tacked. The brake was mounted upside down. It was just
Wow.
a glob of red Loctite under there. And the AEM threads are only half an inch, like crown to shoulder, but most muzzles are threaded about 5/8 of an inch or point 0.6 to
Mhm.
account for the crush washer. So you have to put a spacer, or if you're cutting threads from scratch, just cut them shorter, like a 22 long rifle. And that's just the way the AEM brakes are cut. That's how it is. Um, what else?
Jesus fucking longer
He wanted
laundry
a
list.
cleaning rod retainer welded on the gas block so he can put a cleaning rod like all AK should have. Well, he
Right.
just took like a chunk of scrap metal and just welded it on to the
Lovely.
and it was just look total ass. So, I took the new barrel entirely. I took an old spare, front sight base and cut off the, um, cleaning rod head holder thing. I don't know what you'd call it, and welded it onto the existing gas block and made it look like it was, factory,
Mm,
blended it and did the gunsmith thing, as I call it,
Nice.
and, installed the new brake right side up and, made a new collar that actually fit and, pinned and welded it to comply with bullshit NFA stuff, and
right.
then we KG gun coated it, and it looked cool, and it worked.
So,
Nice.
what kind of spike have you guys seen in AE collars going on guns that aren't ARs because of like Henry and 9 holes?
Oh, I've I've just bought another 3 feet of 1-inch outside diameter tubing, and so that'll keep me busy for a while. I went through about 6 feet of it, and a collar uses about an inch, so that
Good
many.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. So every 4 jobs is another AE. Excellent.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, and it's cool because it's a really efficient can. It looks good. The vibe factor is through the
Yeah,
roof.
it's immaculate. It's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that. Well, so real quick, so on my crackhead energy, we were we were also talking about PSA guns and talking about kind of because I worked with ARs previously and we used some less than ideal components and had to fucking hammer shit together because not literally hammer shit together, but you had to work on it more than you'd expect. And PSA used to be known for maybe some subpar AR-15 components and construction, I would say. And as of recent, it's easier. It's pretty easy to make fun of them. I mean, just for some of the
It's the
shit
low
they
hanging
do.
fruit.
Well, yeah.
It's
It's
so
always going to
easy.
make fun of PSA.
It's kind of like Keltec and drinking their own piss. It's and
They
if
made
you're
that
not
ad. Like,
yeah, if you're not familiar with that deep cut
It,
of PS or of
I mean,
Keltec lore,
if you're not going to drink your own piss, you can't own a Caltech. So
yeah, you can't have it. So definitely go look that up just because we're not just randomly talking about drinking our own pee. I mean, we would, but we're not. So PSA this year has just announced, and I want to get your general opinions on this. They are not going to do their customer poll this year because they want to just present information based on the projects they've already announced, but they're still bringing new projects. So they're doing away with the veiled effectiveness of the poll, which is to
well,
say it didn't really do anything.
well, it was smoke and mirrors anyway. It was a PR stunt.
whatever they bring out at the show, I'm sure some blog or site will do a poll. ARFCON will have 3 or 4 of them, or you guys,
Right.
you're raising your hand, yes.
Yep.
Kevin will do one. Oh
So,
man. Well,
yeah,
I mean, I got excited with their like convertible semi-auto pump, the 570. I thought that was really
Yeah,
cool, but
that was a cool. I
I
haven't
feel
seen it
like
yet.
we haven't seen it do both pump action and semi-automatic things. I know like M1s and shit exist, but M2s. M2s are pumping.
M3.
M3. Okay.
M3.
I
Thank
have
you.
one behind me,
Attaboy.
and a
And a
Spock 12,
sombrero.
and a
Yeah,
Fucking sombrero.
got them all in the same spot too, probably.
We've seen them independent posted videos of them doing pump action things, and then like they're like, oh yeah, we have Vangcomp working with us, and it's like that's really cool. And then crickets, and then you see like 5 seconds of the semi-auto stuff, and it's like, oh cool. And then the next video they post is, hey, we're releasing a 9 millimeter, whatever the hell, for it's like what the fuck, like who wanted this? Who wanted this fucking gun? Which, I mean, they'll probably sell a bunch of, but
Yeah,
where
I hear it a lot in other podcasts and forum posts and groups and stuff. Like the consumer wants innovation, so then companies innovate, and they're like, no, not like that. Well, I mean, what do you want? Like, oh, the Simpsons with Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie. so
Oh, yeah.
so you want a
Yeah.
super space age show about down to earth stuff you and kids are really dealing with, but with adventure? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
well,
Yeah,
I
I remember that episode.
well, along those lines, who then was asking for a 50 cal? Because I don't think people remember, but they were teasing building a 50 cal for a while.
And that's all well and good, but that's
Who's
like
gonna
5
buy
to
it from
$10 a
them?
round, and
Yeah.
where are
Yeah,
you gonna shoot it?
yeah,
Nowhere?
We don't allow 50 BMG at our place just because it would destroy our berms, and
right.
we have neighbors
Well, I mean, the ricochet factor, if you,
and
like,
that.
shoot one and it hits the rod, yeah.
I'll be honest, I got beside myself excited for the VOOC, the AK-12-ish thing. Uh,
That one will
and
look pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I give
I
you
think
that.
that's really, I know it's just a jackal in different clothing. I realize that, but I do not care. I think it's sick.
It has different mags or takes 74 mags, so
Well, it
it's a
takes
different
102
lower.
mags because it's in 5.56, but yeah.
Bryce
But I
is
mean,
hard on for 5.56 AKs.
no, I mean, well, okay, so it's not an AK-12, it's an AK-19. My bad. Sorry. So sorry. Also, where the hell are the AK-12s, Mike? Where are you building any?
No, so there are precisely 0 legal kits in the country, so if you ever see one, it's either smuggled or it's a CX or CY. It means it's blank fire only or a replica dummy gun that's not meant for live fire. Same
Oh,
with the
yes.
VSSs. So any VSS that is imported is a blank gun, and I've held one,
Okay.
and it was mashed ass.
Incredible.
It was disgusting, and I was like, "No, I'm not touching this."
Well, so what about the Recreator blanks? Because I think he's doing an AK-19.
Yeah, so Recreator blanks are good. I use those receivers, uh,
So you're
and
saying
a few others.
there's hope.
There's a
Well, I mean,
chance.
anybody can make anything, but actual imports,
Yeah,
or
that's
they're
fair.
using airsoft parts, or I don't know. Who
God,
knows what anything
don't
is
use the
anymore.
airsoft parts, they'll start banning those too.
Well,
3D
California, I
printed
think,
go burr.
they just updated legislation for, like, parts imports and stuff like that, I think.
Yeah, yeah, they're communist, and that's
Dude, that's not even communist. They're over there, they're huffing bags of something. I don't know. They're having a
gasoline.
good old time. You know, I just
Gasoline
realized
is what it is.
I'm looking at the updated VOOC, and it's literally just a Jackal reskin. The original VOOC actually had a side charger. Oh, they robbed us.
Is it just a Jackal?
It's literally a Jackal upper. I'm looking at it. This is
So
fucking gay.
you're gonna buy a
No, I'm
VOOC?
not. Oh, fuck, I don't want it now. Now I don't want it.
Because you don't like Jackals, right? I knew you don't like
No,
Jackals.
it's not even that. Like, it's not. It's just they're making it as lazily as possible. At least like the initial one had sort of like a. I don't know.
I mean, it's PSA. What do you expect from PSA?
Where are you finding that? I'm on their site. I'm looking for the Whoop.
It's not on their site. You got to go through like all the PSA like polls, and like TFB did coverage of their concepts a few times. So you can see the original concept is kind of like it almost looks like it's a, I don't know, like a AK-180 or AR-180 sort of side charger kind of. It's got like a port, and then the new updated one from 25 is literally just a Jackal upper with like a rock and lock lower, which is okay, I guess.
They
I
probably
mean,
had this grandiose, prototype that was really cool and everything, and then they present it to the bean counters, and they're like, "Can't you just make it cheaper.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah, you have
typical
these parts, you don't have to change it.
typical bin counters. Like, I like the way it's going, but can we do it cheaper? It's like,
Like,
well,
can we not do that for
I mean, we
less money?
could, but we're gonna lose a lot of customer loyalty, and our brand's
Can't
gonna
even
look like
find
ass. I'm
I don't
not
think I
hearing
could
the
find the
no.
9.
I'm not hearing the no there.
Okay, so I don't know where the 9mm is anymore. So maybe they just, like, erased that from existence, but they announced a 9mm Vuk, and now I can't find it.
Well,
So
maybe the bean counters told him no.
they must have. They pee slapped them into submission. Interesting. So, I mean, are there any guns you guys want to see from them, like, actually materialize instead of some weird mixtape? Which, by the way, wasn't even in 338 ARC, which is what they were, like, tickling everybody with, which is irritating as fuck.
I don't know. I'm excited to see what I want to go into it fresh with
Yeah.
just blind eyes and just open my eyes at the booth. Like, whoa.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I feel like if you do too much research into any one product, you're
Mm,
gonna have surprise and then disappointment.
that's fair. That's
So
totally fair.
I'm not gonna do any like hard research into any one thing. I just want to be
Kevin is
surprised.
overtly not supporting the actions I take before doing anything.
Well, I mean, like, research in every signal, it kind of, takes the wind out of your sail when it doesn't actually meet up to the concept drawings.
That is definitely fair.
Uh,
I mean, that 2011 is definitely not good. It's definitely gonna happen, I'm sure,
yeah, I mean, to bring
and
Mike
they're definitely making
Simpson's
it.
reference back to play. Remember when Homer drew up the car? It was like the coolest car concept
The
ever.
Homer
And
with the
he's like,
bubble.
here we go. I was like, how much does this thing cost? $47,000. Oh my
And
god,
that
I'm
was in, like,
bankrupt.
1994 or something.
Yeah, yeah, he bankrupted his half brother's like car company by coming up with like the most egregious car design by the modern man.
Alright,
So I
I'm looking
I
at all
want the
these
shotgun.
things they
I
haven't
think the
announced.
shotgun's really cool. I want the shotgun,
The bolt action's cool, but that's another thing that probably won't happen.
the
So I'm
bolt
looking at Google
action.
Images on the VOOC, and it looks like it's a KS-47 lower with a jackal upper on the
Yeah,
Okay.
more updated version, and it has, like, the side folding
Yeah.
stock latch. So it's kind of an amalgamation of both,
Is it
which
like a
the
f
KS-47 has a the to make so ARs in 7.6239, bad idea. I'd
yeah,
love it if they were good, but they just suck
Yeah.
because mag suck. You have to have AK mags, so that means a different lower, and the bolt needs to be opened up so far that the bolt cracks and fails, and
So you end up with a Mark 47?
yes, and then you have the CMG Mark 47, or
Right.
this Vuk thing, or, uh, what I'm
An
really
AK?
excited about for shot is the intermediate length receiver
With the
that's like
iCar?
between yeah,
uh,
that
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah, that's
that's gonna
exciting.
be open up a whole new
world.
or expand what the world is kinda is with ARs because
Well, so
cramming
you can get iCar pattern lowers. I mean, they're not from, like, Surefire, but they're the 6.8, like, just the LWRC 6.8 spec,
Yeah,
like,
I've
from
actually
Freedom.
never seen one in person. I mean, I know they're out there, it's just not a popular enough thing to
Absolutely
there's
not,
yeah,
and the
there's just not a whole
magazines you
lot of
can
cartridges
only
for it, but,
yeah. I mean,
maybe
it's a
it's a
niche
chicken
thing.
and egg thing. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, because you kinda have to so I kinda went through to try to figure out how I could, like, assemble one myself, and there's a company that makes them. They're in stock, like, as of right or yesterday or earlier this morning, and I already forgot who it was, but it's a 6.8 pattern lower. I think it's Frontier or something like that. And the only way to find magazines for it is you have to go and get the actual LWRC ones from their website, but that's with the 6.8 magazine. And from what I understand, the 6 ARC mags are technically different than the 6.8 SPC. And it's obviously it's just the Magpul 6.8 mag, like that's proprietary to LWRC. But you could,
does
in
Magpul not sell
theory,
those independently?
do what?
mm,
Does Magpul sell those mags?
And
Like
not by themselves. They only sell it through LWRC. and they've been
Wow.
selling them for a few years.
Well, maybe they'll announce that at Shotshow because if
They actually last year they announced the iCar mags, the Gen 3 iCar mags. They did announce. They're just not out, and that is on their website.
Interesting.
But that's probably only because like SF has been running around with Surefire iCars, and they needed mags.
oh yeah, it says
Yeah.
coming soon.
Yeah, but I have a couple pictures of dudes in camo on a helo with what definitely isn't a Surefire iCar, which I thought was pretty cool. But I think I sent that in chat actually a little bit ago. But either way, I think it's really exciting because I think that's what kneecapped the 6.8 for like the Mark 12 is the magazines and
Yeah.
the compatible, which is why we ended up with bigger platform lowers because it was like, okay, with the bigger bullet doesn't really work out of these really small
And
mags.
I ran into that myself with loading it because I love 6.8 SPC.
Yeah.
I've got 2
Nice.
in it, and but you are limited to, like, 115 or 120 grain projectiles because if you do a
Overall
1
length.
yes, overall length
Okay.
is there isn't enough front back space to
Right.
accommodate the bullet because I seated one to depth so it would fit, but it went so the ogive was below the case mouth, and that's not good.
Eh,
So you had a
Well,
stepped
Jesus.
ca
I
or
took
stepped
those apart,
round.
like, "Yeah, that's not gonna work." So,
Well,
it was like
so
a 130 or 140 grain pill, I think it was, I don't remember.
well, what was the
Interesting.
SBC2 chamber from Wilson supposed to do? Was that to
So that is,
standardize?
kind of a difference between 223 Remington and 5.56 NATO. It was
Okay.
more free bore, and I think a tiny bit more case length in the neck.
Okay.
I think I don't quote me on that, but it was something like that. I got the little reamer and reamed my chamber out. It was like, I rented it from a 6.8 Forum, I think, and this was, oof, like 15 years ago, and
Yeah.
a few turns, and it was done. That was one of my first gunsmith things, actually.
Nice.
So would you say there's a material difference between the SBC2 chamber and, like, the original chambering?
Enough that they had to make it 2. Uh,
Well, Wilson made it too.
yeah,
I don't
I
know
I
if,
think it
like
was also just to accommodate more projectiles and more brands of brass or something. There's also large and small primer cases, so if you're loading, you have to, like, sort them by large and small, and
okay.
but that also could have been during a shortage because 45 ACP has small primer because during, I think, one of the Obama crazes, you couldn't find large primers, so they started making small, and then
Oh, I
now you
didn't
have
know
to
Interesting.
that.
sort your 45 brass.
Well, it's interesting what ends up coming out to kind of, like, skirt legislation or shortages, just people finding a way. It's like, well, I really wanna shoot things and buy guns, and I'm gonna find a fucking way.
That's like all these California compliant, like, fins and the brace
Oh,
thing is
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
entirely that.
FRTs.
Yeah.
Jesus. Or like the
Man.
the one shot AKs.
Yeah. Oh, man. Or those fucking weird side-loading magazines, like, where they're the fixed
Yeah.
things and they have, like, the
Yes.
gates on the side of them.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
the
the one
Kel-Tec,
shots.
Stripper Clip 5.7, which I heckled one
Yeah.
the other
Hey,
day. I want one of those.
I
Just
want one
for
of those
the
just to play
sole
with.
the sole reason because it's a big middle finger to all the
Yeah.
mag
I do quite
capacity.
like that. Well, now the flip side of that is I think I think Mark from Fit and Fire, I think he had one, and apparently it didn't work. So
Uh,
it's
the customer came in, he wanted something done like I don't remember, a red dot mounted on it or I
they
can't
come
remember what it was,
RDS cut.
but he never, yeah, just to screw the dot in. I don't remember what it was, but he never came back saying it didn't work, so I guess it worked.
We're
Nice.
just assuming he shot it.
No, I heard some pews out there, so
Whoa. I mean, well, so I mean, Keltec's kind of like PSA. Like they make really cool, interesting stuff sometimes, and sometimes it works.
Well,
Sometimes you have to send it back a bunch.
the quality control is kinda spotty, but,
Yeah. Well,
you know.
I
I
really
think when
wanted
you're
to like
dealing,
the PMR 30, that 33 or 30 shot 22 mag pistol.
yeah.
I had one,
Mm,
I could not get through a single mag without multiple malfunctions, so I got rid of it.
Many such stories. I've heard
But the
that a
CMR, the
bunch.
rifle version, that thing, those are nice. I've seen those work flawlessly.
Oh, interesting.
So I
On
don't
a
know if
completely,
it's
like, tangential note, I do think it's funny that the US market sort of artificially stood up 5.7 by 28 by just having other guns loaded for it and not having cool guns for it, which I think is kind of fun. It's like, "Oh, we don't wanna pay for the FN, so we're gonna wait for literally everybody else to make a gun for it," which is really fun. And then
Yep.
everybody's just basically copying Kel-Tec. Like, we've gotten to the, alternate reality where Smith& and Wesson is just cloning Kel-Tecs, which is excellent. It's fucking crazy.
What is this
imitation is the
reality?
something flattery form. I don't remember.
But it's a sincerest form of flattery.
That's the one.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
that's why they
is
send
it
the
flattery if
lawsuits.
theirs work better? Oxymoronical, maybe? Oh, man. Alright, what other kinda nonsense have you been working on lately?
Oh, we had a lever action. I told you this before, but I'll say it for the listeners and viewers.
That's good. We
Dude
like that.
Thank
wanted
you.
a lever action kind of restored so we could, shoot it and stuff. And it had been sitting in a closet or barn for decades. So we clean it up and put in the sonic cleaner and get it, we're gonna bore snake it, and the bore snake is like stuck. And so we finally
Interesting.
get the thing through, and I look down and there's a gap in the rifling, and we bore scope it, and there was dirt dauber wasps that had made that barrel their home for however long, and there was just cavernous rust in the middle of this bore. So yeah, it's not going to work, guy. I
Who
mean,
gets
it
to
would
make that
fire,
call?
yes, but you will have next to nothing for any type of accuracy.
Right.
So
Well, I mean,
that's a
you can
new
have
barrel
higher accuracy than a musket.
in theorem.
In theorem.
Can you imagine this poor wasp, "We've been here for 50" "Oh god, what the fuck is
50
that?"
years.
And this is you, like, scratching
Just
about, like, "Ew,
fucking
what are these
vaporizing them.
things?" Y
I mean, it is it's a nice it's progress to hear somebody sending it off to a professional and going, "Is this cool and safe to shoot?" Instead of going, "I mean, I could just shoot it out of there, right?"
Yeah, don't do that.
would you have done that, Price?
Would I have done that? No, I would not have done it. Although I
When you
probably would
thought
have
about
just
doing
not
it?
shot it and then just used it as a wall hanger. And even if I could have shot it, it's too much effort. If it's something that
Mm,
I can't do, I don't know. I get
it was a
lazy.
Marlin 336, so I mean, there are parts
Mm,
available for it.
those aren't that rare. It's not
No,
that
yeah,
uncommon.
but
They're
I mean, you can
cool.
use it as a parts gun for
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
eBay basically stands up the aftermarket Marlin world.
Really, it stands up all aftermarkets for most guns.
I don't know. If it's older than 50 years, eBay has it in the weirdest capacity possible. And it's the same guy and it all smells like a
I mean,
cigarette.
I got my Beretta parts on eBay. They definitely didn't fall off a truck at a base somewhere.
Oh man. Well, I know I think I tagged Mike in a video of a relatively prominent Instagram guy who had like collaborated posted with another gunsmith. Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. He remembered. And it was this gentleman stating, "Oh, the customer says he doesn't want to use shims on this SIG stepped barrel." And I'm like, I send it to Mike, and it's literally just this guy like dremeling out the inside of this chemo flash hive, which by the way, chemo break, bad choice. Just because ew.
Jesus.
And then on top of that, he's just dremeling a little bit, screws it on, takes it off, dremels a little. I
Wow.
send it to Mike and I'm like, I have questions. And what did you say? And what opinions do you have, sir?
So that's not how you do that. Sometimes the Venn diagram of the customer wants and needs has no overlap, and
The
shims,
customer can be wrong.
yeah, oh yeah, shims are okay. You want to use shims.
Right.
Could you do it without shims? Yes. You'd have to turn the barrel and time it and do some math. I'm looking up our chat here. That's a big
Math?
paragraph I wrote. Yeah. So, yeah,
What
you
is
have to do math if you want it to have no
mm,
shims, but why? Just use
what is
shims.
this math you speak of?
1
Well,
divided by
why would
28
somebody
is
not want shims? Is it really that big a deal to
no,
just
it's not.
I didn't
That's
think
how
it
you
was.
do it. There's this
Right, yeah.
company,
Okay,
AccuWashers,
cool.
that if you want 1 single shim, they have, like, timing shims, but you only use 1. It's a thick one that range from, like, I don't know, 50 thousandths to 150 thousandths, or
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. I hadn't heard of these.
they're pretty
That's
neat.
good because I keep going through fucking shims.
Oh, I mean, I have thousands of them because customers, I use the ones provided, and they don't want the rest, so I just put them in a little organizer, so
Hell yeah.
So you have them?
they're
Nice.
all over my floor too.
Carpet bombing shims. Incredible.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Uh, all right. So for you, I mean, we talked about SHOT Show earlier, but what are you going to SHOT Show for other than maybe meeting some cool internet friends, maybe?
Yeah,
Mm,
meeting
mm,
some
mm.
friends. I've never been, and, I've always
Ah,
wanted to go, so we're going this year, and
hell
Nice.
yeah. Well, it's obviously the
big
correct year to go because we're going.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I
yeah.
can't wait to meet up and not smell like ass.
They
We're
have
trying to
showers
convince
in Vegas,
Kevin to fucking check
They
it
even
have
if
out.
they're
showers in Las Vegas?
yes.
You
Don't
lie.
blacklight any of the room, Kevin. Just
You
don't do it.
absolutely lie to me, Mike. I'm gonna test that theory.
Well, so
I'm gonna send the picture of a shower if they have one.
I mean, in terms of like for you, what you do, I mean, is it just for pleasure and it's just something that you just always wanted to do?
So I'm going with my painter and engraver, and he's just looking for a new coating. Because we use
Ah,
KG Gun Coat right now, and they've been having some quality issues,
in
um,
terms of
paint quality, and like the amount of pigments in the paint itself. And I don't want to really get into all that stuff, but
no, fair,
we're loo-
fair.
we're looking for a new coating. We do not want to use Cerakote. We don't like it.
That is
And
correct.
Duracoat is not an option because that stuff's garbage. So we're looking for a new coating, and,
I heard Nut and Fancy cry from a
yeah,
league
well,
away.
a 45-minute video of that, so, okay.
A feature length video.
Uh,
Jesus.
Shit.
let's see. Oh, I
Nice.
think a lot of more FRTs are gonna come out, or super safety type things.
Yeah, three
Mm,
position AK safeties seem to be on the horizon. I've seen like at least 2 or 3 companies talking about
Yeah,
that.
and there's
yeah,
4 or 5
that'll be
different,
cool.
like, designs, so I wonder if, like, it's gonna be a VHS Betamax Laserdisc type of thing where one
Mhm.
comes out.
Well, I know, I mean, and they're all like, I know the
Well,
AK FRTs are basically all the same
well, it's
design.
whoever can come out first, right? They're on
Yeah.
top, and
No,
then they
it's
can
whatever,
claim.
whoever wins is whatever the adult industry adopts, so that's
This
Yeah,
is well, yeah, because they sell more media than anybody else, right?
that's correct. The
Well, I mean, they
AVNs are
used to,
also
maybe not
right up.
anymore.
That's street
I
knowledge.
I I have heard things.
you've
That's
heard things.
that's it.
Mm, okay.
Well, that's supposedly the joke for the tech industries. That's how you figure out who's like what's been chosen and what hasn't. And that was a joke in like the I used to be like super into movies and cinema and TV shows and actors and stuff like that, but that was one of the things people joked about with like certain cameras and stuff like that, which I thought was kind of funny. Which I thought it was a
Uh,
joke, but no, it's real. It's like if it comes out for the or for like the S class Mercedes, it's like that'll be standard in cars in like 10 years. It's always true.
interesting.
It is a universal fact. It's like with the recent military kerfuffle in the South Americas. If anybody's heard about like the pizza shop that's down the street from the Pentagon, and it's
Oh,
basically
yeah.
you can track the
Oh, yeah,
Pentagon pizza. You
the
can track
dominant, the
like
Domino's tracker. Yeah,
yeah, you can track like all major military operations based on the business spike, and it's funny. Like the day after that happened, there was like an abnormal spike at like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, wonder what's going on, boys. What do you got going?
Last week, sometime the last week or two, B-52s were dropping ordnance on Hood, and so I'm like, I don't know, 5 or 6 miles from Fort Hood, which is a massive installation, but my house gets kinda when they're firing artillery and tanks, we can feel it and hear it. It just kinda like, in the house, but those
Yeah,
B-52s shook the shit out of my house, and I'm like, I don't know, whatever, 5, 7 miles away.
Right.
So, yeah, if they were practicing there,
Allegedly.
allegedly, yeah.
allegedly,
It was unrelated, I'm sure.
yeah, that's this whole other thing.
Well, I think it's
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
within 24 hours, somebody already came out with a video how they did it when they did it.
I was talking to Kevin. I'm just waiting for the Netflix documentary and then the really, really bad B tier one that comes out on Amazon. It'll be really good to look forward to.
Yep. One man, one fort.
I saw a post. It was like they brought Tim Kennedy back for one more operation.
Jesus.
It was like incredible.
I don't know if
Perfect
any deals
memes.
were involved, so
Well,
there might not be any book deals
Yeah,
for it.
there's no books
yeah,
to
I heard
sell.
they chose the deltas because they didn't want, 5 book deals, 10 podcasts, and 2
God
like
damn it.
live leaks.
Oh, that's fucking perfect. Oh
Oh.
man, I just saw. I just found a video. I may or may not have been trying to figure out how to make my own Vook here, and I just found that I don't know if you
And
guys know who Ultimate Reloader is, but he did a video about
you've
the
been trying to make it Vook this
AS-47.
whole time?
I have been on my
Is
own
this your
side
new
quest.
obsession? You moved on from
No,
XM8s?
no, I have not moved on from the XM8s. Mike, do you plastic weld?
Uh, I've so I was, the only plastic welding I've ever done is welding the little dividers in my small parts bins. So the small parts don't go up underneath the, dividers and
Mhm.
nicks.
That's brilliant.
So you
That's the only
can.
Yes,
thing
I
So
need
what I
that.
heard was you
I heard
can
yes,
plastic weld.
yes.
I know
So
of, it. I don't know really how to. I mean, I've seen people use like zip ties, like and a soldering iron, and like almost TIG welding with it. I don't
yeah,
know.
Sounds like a plan to
It's
me,
I
bud.
heard
probably
yes.
not much more complicated than that. But I've
So
never done it.
I'm hearing a solid yes is what I'm
I'm
hearing.
I have been on the hunt as of maybe not even what, like 3 days, 4 days,
24 hours.
maybe. I've been on the hunt for an XM8 because I know so Tommy Built used to do the XM8 compacts and like the XM8s based on the SL8s, the receivers, and he had like the 3D printed parts kits for them. But the guy that did it for him or produced them for him doesn't want to produce the kits without Tommy Belt or without Tom Bostic, who's was the proprietor
Mm.
of Tommy Belt, and he won't do it. So I'm trying to figure out how to get my grubby little mitts on an XM8 compact because I don't really like the full size one.
I want
Just
the full
because
size one.
Kevin wants the full size one, so I think more feasibly, or what's more feasible is getting our grubby little mitts on a full size, and then getting a compact. Or when we go see Bo at S5, we'll just like the whole time it'll just be a video of me going, please, please, please,
Oh
When
yeah,
please,
XM8,
please,
when
I
XM8.
got.
just
Well,
bombing him
it's
all
funny
day
you
long.
say that, Mike. I don't want to say what it is, but I did make something, and I'm desperately not trying to let it go. So Bryce doesn't know what it is.
I think he teases things and then thinks it's enough to have some kind of joke from it, but it doesn't make any
No, that
sense.
was a
I
joke. I was making nonsensical
genuinely,
nonsense.
I imagine it's a silly hat. That's what I'm gonna go with. It's a
Okay.
hat or like a sticker.
Okie dokie.
But like Kevin has the humor of your
Thank
weird
you.
uncle.
I am a weird uncle. Sometimes
He
I'm a
just
funcle.
he comes out of nowhere and you're not really sure if he's joking or not. It's a bit of a mystery. He's an enigma wrapped in a jovial disposition,
I'm a jovial
a
enigma.
contrarian to a fault.
Are you just going down the synonyms that you can think of off the top of your head?
I'm going off of the list of words that I use to describe you to others.
Obtuse. Obtuse.
Obtuse to a fucking fault. Yes.
I am
Ugh.
135-degree angle, sir.
I will not round up.
I'm being
I'm
obtuse. Now I'm obtuse.
I'm
Now I'm acute.
obtuse. I'm obtuse, sir.
You're missing for everybody that isn't cool enough to be in the studio. You're missing the awesome video play that we got going on.
Mike
here. It's great.
was doing the obtuse stance. It was amazing.
Yes. We've all grown up on Family Guy. Apparently, that's good to know.
Peter Schmidt did that.
Now you're being.
I would attempt to do it, but I think my spine would just snap.
Dude, I am upset of how many people don't understand my Family Guy references when I make them. Now, I just say them and just kind of expect people to understand, but then I'm disappointed when they don't. Gutted. Utterly gutted.
That's how I feel about the Simpsons references.
I can speak almost entirely in Simpsons, Family Guy, and South Park references.
I dabbled in both Simpsons and South Park, but
Futurama.
a little bit, not very much. Not for a lack of interest. It was just when they were on in my attention span. So there was like a half-hour period where my brain did not want to be building Legos or taking apart some digital camera in the basement. So like I had 30 minutes to go do literally anything that my brain would let me do. And it was like, all right, back to hyper fixating on something that doesn't make it, like Bionicles or some shit.
In the great words of Bender Rodriguez, bite my shiny metal ass.
Why is it bite? Like who's biting a metal ass?
It's made out of titanium, baby.
I guess it's one of the
95% titanium, baby.
Incredible. Beautiful. The softest metal known to man. Couldn't even make it lead.
Titanium? That's not soft.
Titanium rather hard.
That's like,
yes, that's why that's the joke. That's why I said it could have been lead. That was the funny joke.
Oh, people. It was a joke.
I was being sarcastic. We had a customer. For people that don't know, yeah, you're right over your head. For people that don't know, somebody did make a Vuk. That's gay. They made their own Vuk. They just took. Oh, that is exactly what it is. It's a KS-47 lower with a jackal upper. That's hilarious. Well, Mike, you were right. So for people that don't know, I work at a gun auction house, and we get in all kinds of like random stuff. Oh, anecdotally, or not anecdotally, as a quick aside, we got in a no shit Jericho 941 with the conversion barrel and 41 Auto Express, which I thought was really cool. So that's fun. I think Jerichos are really neat. I would never own one, but I think they're cool.
Why would you never own one?
Because it doesn't feel like it was designed for a human. Like, I don't know. It kind of looks like much like other. Do you know how they designed the Tavor?
Okay. Yeah.
How did they design the Tavor? That was kind of bait for you to explain the Tavor design process.
Me? I don't know.
Literally anybody. Does anybody know how it was designed?
I feel like you know the answer.
It was literally drawn on a piece of paper. There was no it was a napkin that one of the designers was like, okay, this is kind of what I want the gun to look like. There was no operating system. There was like Stanag mags, and here's kind of what it should look like.
That's cool. And that spawned the gun. That's pretty cool.
And that's kind of what I feel like the Israelis were like, okay, so we love the CZ75. However, we need it to be domestically produced and slightly different. So we're going to change things on it that don't make any sense. Like even the baby Desert Eagles or the compact Jerichos just feel like they're made for a cartoon character or literally every anime character ever, because basically the good ones had Jerichos, which is cool. You know, everybody likes Spike, right? But like the actual gun itself just doesn't feel like the base plate looks like, if you've seen like the HK-45 base plates, they just look like the elephant's foot ones. They're just like comically large.
Yes.
Or like which they don't even have like the rationale for that in my mind. At least sort of makes sense for like the FNX 45, where it's like you're supposed to deck it and try to like use it as like a monopod. But they're just big for no fucking reason. It's like, oh, you might have gloves. It's like most of the time you don't. So why are they this fucking
I
big?
mean, most of Israel's guns are just kind of like made in house, like kind of like that, aren't they? There.
I mean, I would say most of their guns are whatever they like. They have Car 98Ks in inventory, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
In
Just,
So
7.62 NATO.
I'm sorry.
The Israeli K98s, they rebarreled a lot of them to 7.62 NATO.
Well, and see
nice.
that makes sense for logistics, I
Well, yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
But I also think it's fun. They had a very limited run of like bullpup-ized like M14s, which I think is just cancer for the eyes. It's just everything that can be bubba they have used, which I think is incredible. I was I was watching the actually speaking of nine holes, I think they just or not I think they just released a video about the Israeli like the 1022 suppressed Israeli style,
I saw that video.
and I think it's really funny. They were mirroring the kind of results we were having with the certain kind of ammo. It was like the more expensive ammo wasn't necessarily more accurate, and it was really interesting. I'm relatively new to taking 22 seriously as something that I actually care to shoot
Yeah.
because money exists and it's I don't have a lot of that. And 22 I could shoot 22s more than I could shoot anything else. And Kevin and I well not recently anymore, but last year when we were shooting a gun that I got in for review, we we bought like $300 or $400 worth of ammo, like every selection of our local academy without realizing I think we bought like 4 of the same kind, maybe.
Yeah, we weren't paying attention until we got to the range. He's like, wait, we have like 3 bricks of this.
Yeah, we
Oops.
so much of this ammo. And so when we were texting Luke about that, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're putting in the work. Never mind the fact that it was an accident. Like we got to shoot all of this
I
ammo."
I dirtied up to target, so we had to do it twice anyway.
My man is an absolute man. In his defense, I said, "Hey, try to shoot this thing," and then didn't specify that he should not then shoot at the target. Which, I mean, what are you supposed to like? You know, because you know,
Was there a pile of
like
trash shooting into the trash pile?
shooting the berm, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
So
there's a berm.
in the berm, they throw clays. So you have
oh,
stuff to aim at.
yeah.
So you can help zero. It's just a little quicker. Beautiful Kevin. I'm like, all right, just mag dump this and get rid of its
Well,
ammo so we can go home.
I got 3 shots, and he's like, "Wait, did
Yep.
you
I was
do you
like, please
remember
tell
where
me you're
those
not
were?"
shooting
I'm like,
at the
"Oh,
target.
I have no idea."
Dude, his face was oh.
Yep. So we were out there for another hour and a half,
I mean, to be fair,
but they gave
if
us
he
good
didn't do it, I
data.
would have done it.
Well, it gave us good data
Absolutely.
points, because you do it once to confirm and twice to really compare.
Yeah, so because I was adamant about 9-hole reviews because I've been watching them for a while.
A long time.
A long time. So actually I've been watching so Josh had a TV or had a TV. He had a YouTube channel called Cat TV where he reviewed knives before he was on 9-hole. And I actually watched him on that channel before he was on 9-hole, and I saw Henry
Wow.
with him or with Josh on the video. I'm like, "What the fuck? I know that guy."
The
I thought that was
lore
kinda
is
funny.
so deep.
There is some deep I've been on YouTube since before it was a public. Like, you had to know the link. I remember that. I remember the olden times. I know these things.
And yesteryear,
I'm
moon's gone.
I have the deep lore knowledge that people crave. Not really. It's very, very niche. I don't remember what I was talking about now. I think I was bitching about the Jericho.
Well, you were
Yes.
talking about that in the review we did in the 22.
Oh, yeah. I think that was probably the end of that story. This if anybody meets me in public, this is exactly how I am. Well, actually, I'd probably talk less, but you know,
No, he'll talk. I'll be poking him with a stick. Don't worry.
dude, like Kevin is the worst. He makes me talk to people. It's fucking awful. I'm not. I want to talk to engineers and like guys that design stuff, and Kevin's like, no, you have to go talk to the people that like
What
want
do
to
you mean?
talk.
You talk to engineers?
I refuse. Yeah, because I have to like bitch and moan about it. Be like, I wanna go talk to the guy that's quiet in the corner. He's here against his will, just like me. We need to go commiserate. Kevin's in the back,
Jeez.
like, nope, go. Content. I'm like, I want to go home.
But yeah, that's another thing we're not going to do at
Monkey
Shot Show.
dance.
We're not leaving early. We're going to be there till
No,
the very end, baby.
Kevin's gonna run me ragged. I know this.
Well, we're going to be there to the very end.
You guys are going like elsewhere though.
S5 Tactical first.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, for the first, yeah, on Tuesday or Monday.
I'm gonna beg Bo on my knees to make an XM8.
Yeah, I want to play with his 5 or his MP7. There we go. I want to play with a gun that I'm never gonna buy. I feel like I'm gonna
And-
say that, but as soon as I play with it,
I want to
I'm gonna be
beg
like,
for a gun that he'll never make because
an
demand's
XM8.
not there.
That's not true. He said he would make one if he got X amount of interest. X amount of interest. You like that?
I might want.
Hmm?
Oh,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
like they're
yeah.
so cool and they're space aged, and they're
I think they're really
arguably better than a G36.
It is a G3. It's not
Yeah,
arguable. It's
same-
just a
same
G36.
thing.
Well, it's better
the
than a
same
G36.
thing.
Better.
With a different like clothes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it does.
Exactly.
It does have a cool. It does have a cool proprietary like mounting system with like a weird ecosystem of things that never came to be, which I
Well,
thought was kind of fun.
Just make it an M-LOK now, or convertible to M-LOK or pick rail or whatever that other stuff was that doesn't exist anymore.
Keymod?
Dick mod.
Yeah.
Well, so I learned recently that was a lot of stuttering. I learned recently that Scalarworks actually has M-LOK conversions for G36 rails or for G36 handguards, which I thought
Oh.
was
Did you get some?
no, I didn't because I already bought the regular rails for the G36K. It has a light on it now. Oh, and update for the people that care. My SBR will eventually have a stock as of probably Thursday,
Stock.
which is hilarious because I
So
could have just waited.
NFA things. I just remembered
Yes.
that was a point. So we're after the 1st. It's now 5th of January. And I saw on a Facebook group earlier, dudes are getting all kinds of early approvals in like some that day and now like 5 to 7 days or 5-day approvals. So, and there
Whoa.
was like 150,000 forms the first day and they're up to like a
We
million.
were crashing their systems.
Yeah, and we all thought it was just gonna just completely crash. I was on there earlier getting some of my forms. I had a customer say he was on there just fine, and people are getting approved. So, I mean,
I do have a lower I want to send out.
Maybe
And
they
it's-
just like deleted the thing that was slowing it down to begin
It was
with.
literally just one function. Doop.
Yeah. They just walk into an office like, "Hey, Bob." I'm like, yeah. It's like, "You're fired." It's like,
Anybody
"No."
updated the
damn.
eForm site? What? Oh, this flashing thing that has a little number that says 3,000. That's the update.
Perfect.
You just
Jesus.
imagine like
Yes.
some tech geeks just like click, like, there you go. Like, what happened?
That's all we needed.
Oh, I opened it.
But
what'd
we
you
already
open?
said we were going to be closed for a couple days. It's fine.
Like, you know,
it's fine. Just
I opened
check
I
it.
opened the thing that you told me to. Oh dear, was that the wrong thing?
heavens.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to SBR one of my lowers, but
Well, I
I
want to
don't-
get a suppressor. That's going to be my first.
yeah, but the lowers I already own, I don't have to pay for. I'll just be like, hey,
Just get
SBR
it
this, please.
engraved and you're good to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
just
mean, I
need to
might,
invest in like a really good, just start engraving everything myself, make them look
I might
super
ask because
good.
I have that Bushmaster and it just sits in the corner and does nothing. So
I think
can
what I'll
SBR
do
that.
is I'll get like a punch and just like like the old style tattoo where it's like dots, just little dots. I'm gonna just be sitting there
Matrix.
hammering
I
it.
tried doing that one time and it looked like total.
Absolutely. Oh, it's gonna look bad. It'll look bad. I'm gonna do it with my Magpul lower.
Jesus.
I have a billet Magpul lower. I'm just gonna fuck that thing up. Oh, I actually, my dirty little secret with that lower is that the maritime bolt catch on it, which terrible decision, by the way. If you're gonna if
What?
you're gonna modify
Why?
a lower permanently, do not do it with a metal injection molded bolt catch. That's probably not a great idea.
Oh, okay.
but I permanently modified it so I could use that bolt catch because it was the only lower I had at the time, and I was like, "This is the greatest bolt catch ever," without
Yep.
understanding that maybe not the best. It's not a
I
bad bolt catch,
I
but now it's
remember,
forever
and
on
now that
there.
you've said that, I remember vaguely you were hyping that up so much.
Well, because I
And
liked
then
the
the
maritime bolt catch. I
yeah,
do.
and then you
But
got it, and then now you're kinda like, "Mm."
I think I actually prefer the GI, like the slightly larger paddles, but or like the Parker Mountain Machine ones, the little bolt-on like paddles. They're not too big, not too small, and my little manlet hands can actually reach the bolt catch.
Are you guys bad lever fans?
I'm
I
not.
don't hate bad levers, I just don't really use them. I don't mind them on like a bench rest gun where I don't really feel like manipulating it with my left hand, but not for speed reloads.
Oh,
It's
they
just
are
super
so good.
easy to lock the
I
I've
mean,
been
bolt open.
a
I
user
just
since 2010, and they are awesome.
I don't dislike them at
I
all.
I respect your decision,
Kevin
but
will Kevin so I may
he
have
tried.
accidentally indoctrinated Kevin, and now he hates them.
He didn't indoctrinate me, very viciously put it on my
I
gun
did. It's true.
without asking.
I know,
You're
I
like,
do that.
"Do you like it? Do you like it?" I'm like, "Not
Do you
really."
love
He's like,
it? He
"Fine,
doesn't like them.
I'll take 'em off."
I I will say, if you have a slightly tired magazine, sometimes they don't lock open, but then it's probably time for you to replace the spring,
Yes.
but it's not that big a
Yeah.
deal.
But locking open the bolt single-handedly without having to do the flip, like the whatever.
Fucking choice. It's so
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
convenient.
like the mental, like, gymnastics of
And
pulling
the
and
the
holding,
guys
yeah.
that, like, say, "Oh, you pull the trigger because your finger goes in the trigger." Like, no, it doesn't. Just keep it straight and just move your finger up and
That's
down.
yeah, see,
Yeah.
I've seen the videos, I've shared the videos, I've said the same shit, and then actually using one, I'm like, "Wait, that doesn't make any sense."
I
And
don't
then
know.
even then, I don't really close the bolt with it. Because by the way, the enlargement they put on that is very convenient. It's so nice to actually just traditionally drop the bolt, but
Yeah.
locking it open is it's so nice because I got an LMT ambi or the Mars lower because I liked that as well, but for $300, it's like, why did I spend
Versus
that much
25
money?
and, you know, and if they
Yeah,
rattle, you just wrap the ping pong paddle part in a piece of tape and good to go.
that's not a bad idea.
I don't know, I'm an old fud.
Kevin doesn't like doing it. I mean, I don't fault him though. I mean, I get it. If you don't need it, you don't need it. But again, for when you're on a bench, it's super convenient.
Yeah,
It's
I'll give you
so nice.
I'll give you that. If I ever did bench rest, shooting for accuracy.
Well, not even for accuracy. I just meant like if you're decked, it's just really nice to not have to fiddle fuck with two hands,
But you don't like
especially
fiddle
with like
fucking?
malfunctions. Ideally, you have a gun
Mhm.
that works, but you know, it's super easy.
A well lubricated and cleaned gun?
I mean, not mine. My guns are not either of actually, it's not true. If my guns are anything, they are well lubricated.
I wanna
They're
start
just not clean.
I wanna start hashtag brace clean gun and just see how many people
Actually,
we can get
I
to.
do have a clean gun. My G36 is clean.
That doesn't count. You haven't
It
shot it.
does count. That is a clean gun.
No, it doesn't count.
Yep,
Does
it
it doesn't
totally
have a
counts.
stock on it. It doesn't have a stock on it.
This is true. Well, burying the lead a little bit, I also haven't shot it.
No.
Like, at all.
So that's why I'm saying, like, how's it no.
It doesn't count. Kevin's like, "Nope, vetoed. Absolutely not."
Hashtag brace clean gun. That's gonna be
So I
my new
think
campaign.
what we've gotten from this beautiful, super productive podcast that we've had is that Mike definitely plastic welds. He'll make us
Yeah.
XM8s,
Yep.
and he's the perfect guy to unfuck your AK.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
He's
At
almost like
least
a
one of
friend in the
those things.
channel.
Every one of those things.
He's almost like a friend in the channel, Brace.
Well, he also oh my god. Did I
There
really
it is.
forget
Yep.
again?
You
It's
sure did.
Son of a bitch. Mike, one of you two should have said something. One of
I
the
thought-
discounts is yours.
I thought it was part of the skit.
Son of a bitch. Kevin,
Wait,
say
are
the
we
friends of the
recording?
channel. Oh fuck.
19Charlie Tactical,
Hey.
10% off.
What?
carry
Okay,
handle something.
yeah, really quickly. I already. What is it?
Let me pull it. See if I can get
It
on
can be
here.
It's
anything we
Do
literally
want.
the other
anything.
ones, and I'll look up my code because I don't remember what I.
Okay. Hammy 3D prints is literally any permeation of the carry handle 10, the carry handle gang, the carry handle gang 10. 10% off, thousands of 3D printed products for literally. I actually just moved recently. Now I'll have room for some mounting accessories, which I will be bothering my
Hammy
equally sized friend. I was going to call him short, but he's we're literally the same height. Uh, and then we also have Eastern Shore
or
Sling Company, the carry handle, 10% off, Maryland
carry
based
handle.
company. Kevin and I have their brush stroke slings, and we love them ever so much. And we're waiting on mics from 19Charlie
Hannah, we thank
Tactical.
you always,
Holy
Hannah.
fuck.
Holy fuck, he says.
No,
Thank you,
so I have
honey,
a
for
problem with fraud on my website, and I
good.
have like, oh yeah, it cost me 15 grand earlier this year. It was awesome.
Nice,
Uh,
nice.
so I have like 50 some orders from just, these are all, it's going to take forever for me to send all this stuff to cyber crimes. Anyway,
Perfect.
You know, it's interesting. I saw on another gun website they were talking about like making sure your shipping address and your billing address are the same.
yes, that was the biggest thing. Like I didn't, because my
Because
shipping and billing address are different from the shop in my house and stuff. And then
Yeah.
so, this
yeah,
guy orders a freaking thermal site and it's shipping it elsewhere, the billing's elsewhere, like whatever. And I got all these chargebacks and I had to pay for all that shit. So
Great. That's
yeah.
I
fucking
did
sick.
send all of them to FBI and ICE because some of them were foreign sounding names. So you're welcome.
Fair.
Yeah. And then like
Uh,
also like the
coupons.
unfairly regulating gun parts out there, the mags and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Okay. The carry
yeah.
handle 10 is my
Yes.
The
discount
carry
code.
handle 10.
All right. The carry handle 10 for 10% off. We know things. 19Charlie Tactical with the person on the podcast right now. What a
Hooray.
lovely. We're so professional. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Sometimes we'll have a good episode where it's. I mean, I would argue they're all pretty good, but like, yeah. Aw. Well, sometimes we'll have a one where I'm on the roll, like I'm on it, and I'm like, all
Mhm.
right, friends of the channel up top, and it's usually
Well,
because Kevin reminds me. So it's
I try
actually
and I try
because of
and
Kevin.
I try to put it in there very subtly.
He makes a joke and then it just right over my head. I won't hear it and I'll be like, nah, it'll be fine.
He'll be ranting and raving. I'm like, wow, that'd be a nice sling. Maybe if we had a sling friend.
I'm
He's
like,
like, yeah,
no,
I
fuck
don't.
that.
He's like, what sling? Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Oh,
Off on another tangent and I'm complaining about some caliber
only
or
if we
something
had someone that
upsetting.
like worked on guns, and
Nope,
if we
fuck
knew
that.
someone. Yeah, what? We don't know. Hey, oh wait, yeah, we do.
And then it'll be like, that's him cueing me. I'm like, yes, I'm good at the things. I know
I
stuff.
might just resort to cue cards.
That's not a there's a oh wait, so then you'd have to
I
be the
can't.
host for the
No.
podcast.
I
He doesn't want to be
decline.
the host. It's not that hard.
I
He's afraid of the
decline.
media assets. That's what it is.
I would have too much fun playing with them, and you would get irritated.
Dude, he would. Hey, but if you guys find some of the original episodes that we uploaded, I was a little liberal with the drums and the clapping. It's like a fucking 12. I'm like, click. Oh.
We need to make a gun clicking sound. Oh god.
I found the cheering. Hopefully
God
that
help
didn't
us
just blow
all.
everybody's ear out. That'll
I
be
think
good.
it did. What?
I'm gonna try to average out the sound because I know that was probably very loud. All right. Is that was we said all the things.
Yeah, the
We did the
things have been
stuff.
said.
Mm.
The outro should be
I'm almost
rolling
out of
right about
bourbon, so-
now.
No.
So
Mike
the
is
outro
almost
should be
out of
rolling right
bourbon
about
for his
now.
massive Tervis. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and germs. Mike, thank you so much for coming on. Honestly.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me back again.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll I'll
You'll
just
come back
have,
again.
Yeah,
And
I was gonna
again.
say I'm just gonna have
And
Hannah.
again.
I'll have Hannah message
And
you
again.
and get you back on the schedule. Because
And then
I'm
we'll
not
meet
good
up in
about
real
that.
life.
Yeah, and we'll
And
we'll
then
see
you
you
won't
in
want to come back
Vegas
again,
for
but
sure.
we'll
Oh,
force
no.
you to come back again.
Oh my god. How terrible. Oh, geez. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, enjoying in the nonsense that we offer. And we will catch you on the flip side.
Peace out.
God, I hate that.
Yeah.
Can't believe I said that. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Very cool. You should like and subscribe.
On Facebook and Instagram.
And Twitter and Spotify. You should listen there too if you
Well,
if you
aren't they
heard this on
listening to
Spotify.
this on Spotify right now?
Well, they could be, but there's also YouTube podcasts, so, you know,
Ooh.
all of the places.
We always forget where we post this stuff.
We don't know where this is. Thank you for listening wherever you're listening to, but you should also like the other places that we are. And
Who
then
are we and what the hell are we doing here?
yeah, I don't know how we got here. So, thank you for letting us talk directly into your ear holes.
Ah, right to the brain.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Adios.